Hollywood's golden age had its share of legends, but also its villains. Some stars weren't adored, they were despised. Whether it was bad behavior, backstage feuds, or full-blown scandals, these 5 actors became the most hated names of their time. Let's uncover the truth behind their toxic reputations. At number 5, Fatty Arbuckle, Roscoe Arbuckle. Once one of the most beloved comedians of the silent film era, Fatty Arbuckle's career came crashing down after he was accused of a shocking crime in 1921. Though he was eventually acquitted after 3 trials, the scandal destroyed his reputation and Hollywood turned its back on him. Arbuckle was banned from working in films for years, and the public's outrage made him one of the most hated figures of his time. Despite his innocence in the eyes of the law, gossip and sensational headlines painted him as a villain. Arbuckle's friends in the industry tried to help him, but the damage was done and his name was forever tainted. An unbelievable fact, he was the first major Hollywood star to be cancelled by the media, long before the term even existed. Arbuckle spent his later years directing under a pseudonym, never regaining his former glory. He died in 1933 at just 46 years old, a tragic symbol of how quickly fame can turn to infamy in Hollywood. At number 4, Ingrid Bergman. Ingrid Bergman was once America's sweetheart, adored for her roles in classics like Casablanca and Notorious. But her image shattered in 1950 when she fell in love with Italian director Roberto Rossellini, became pregnant before divorcing her husband, and moved to Italy. The scandal was so huge that she was denounced on the floor of the US Senate and banned from Hollywood for several years. Fans who once admired her turned their backs, and the press labeled her immoral and unfit for the screen. Despite the backlash, Bergman continued her career in Europe, winning awards and proving her talent could not be silenced. An unbelievable fact. After years in exile, she made a triumphant return to Hollywood and won another Oscar for Anastasia in 1956. Bergman's story is a reminder of how quickly public opinion can change and how resilience can lead to redemption. She passed away in 1982, leaving behind a legacy of both scandal and greatness. At number 3, Montgomery Clift. Montgomery Clift was one of Hollywood's brightest stars, known for his sensitive performances in films like From Here to Eternity and A Place in the Sun. Behind the scenes, however, Clift struggled with personal demons, including addiction and the pressure to hide his sexuality in a less accepting era. His erratic behavior and frequent absences on set frustrated directors and co-stars, earning him a reputation for being difficult and unreliable. The media often focused on his troubled private life rather than his immense talent, fueling gossip and speculation. An unbelievable fact. After a near-fatal car crash in 1956, Clift returned to acting despite severe injuries, showing incredible determination. Sadly, his struggles overshadowed his career, and he became a symbol of Hollywood's darker side. Clift died in 1966 at just 45. Remembered as both a brilliant actor and a tragic figure whose life was marked by pain and misunderstanding. At number 2, Clara Bo. Clara Bo, known as the original It Girl, was the face of the Roaring Twenties and a silent film sensation. Her wild lifestyle, flapper image, and open sexuality made her a favorite with fans, but a target for jealous rivals and gossip columnists. Bo's fame brought constant scrutiny, and rumors about her love life and behavior spread like wildfire through Hollywood. She was often painted as scandalous and unrefined, with the press exaggerating or inventing stories to sell papers. Despite her popularity, Bo faced harsh backlash from moral crusaders and even some in the industry who thought she was a bad influence. An unbelievable fact. At the height of her fame, she received over 45,000 fan letters in a single month. The pressure and negative attention eventually took a toll on her mental health, leading her to retire from acting at just 28. Clara Bo passed away in 1965, remembered as both a trailblazer and a tragic victim of Hollywood's unforgiving spotlight. At number 1, Bette Davis. Bette Davis was a powerhouse actress, known for her fierce determination, sharp tongue, and unforgettable performances in films like All About Eve and Jezebel. While her talent was undeniable, Davis was also famous for her fiery temper and willingness to feud with anyone who stood in her way, including directors, studio heads, and especially her legendary rival, Joan Crawford. Her refusal to play by Hollywood's rules and her blunt honesty made her both admired and disliked in equal measure. Davis was often described as difficult, demanding the best from everyone on set and never backing down from a fight. The press loved to cover her battles, and her reputation for drama followed her throughout her career. An unbelievable fact: Davis was the first female president of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, but she resigned after only 2 months due to constant conflict. Despite the controversies, she won 2 Oscars and became a symbol of strength for women in film. Bette Davis died in 1989, leaving behind a legacy of brilliance, boldness, and unforgettable Hollywood drama.